If you were to ask me who the most underrated player in Europe is, I'd say Lequi. He has never made grands, but he's made upper bracket 3 out of 3 seasons in 2024 with 3 different teammates. They land at the statue east of Mount Olympus and immediately try to get search on the teams fighting there. But they don't succeed. If you noticed in the thumbnail, I said this was a trio. But how is this possible? In Fortnite, you usually have an IGL and a Frogger. Well, some duos mix it up, but that's the norm. With this duo, you actually have Lequi, who is the Tarper, and Sore, who is the Frogger, and Garth, who is their IGL. But how is this possible? There are only two players. Well, he is their coach and is always in call with them. He likes to say that he also plays, but like, come on, buddy, be realistic. Like, you cannot play with them. You're too bad. Like, couldn't be me. Like, no way that could be me. I am not that bad. But so far, we haven't seen how do they play or how do they place. Well, luckily, I can tell you, they got a 14th place in FNCS finals with a second place game, and also qualified to Duo Cash Cup finals with only 20% kill points. For example, another team like Chapontini got 50% of kill points. Now let's actually see how they play. They know how important metal is in these lobbies, so they try to get it really early, either on these containers or the little sacks. They quickly get to this launch pad, which is the highest one in all the map, and on their way they try to get search, which we cannot see. Thanks, server lag. As these lobbies are so stacked, they want to get to their power positions as soon as possible, so they leave their spot just when the second zone is announced. They were going to box up on this hill, but they saw that no one took the forecast tower, so they got it for free. Now they focus on search. The difference with this team search is that they do two bases, and why is this? When you have two bases, you have two angles people can be shot from, and most importantly, you control more space, which is a massive thing for this team. By the way, this allowed them to get 2 free kills, which is only 4 points, but it adds up. This position was so good that when Surge pops up, they have 472 damage dealt. Remember when I said they value control a lot? Well, look at how much space they have for themselves. Okay, they got lucky sounds, but if this wasn't the case, they could have rotated so easily. This is so advanced I cannot explain it. Maybe Coward was actually good enough after all. They pull every zone until the 6th one. Here, as they got forecast, they know where the 7th zone is and it pulls far. So, in the 6th zone, they leave the base, so they can go more edge. So, if zone pulls back, they control the space, and if it goes front, they're near zone. Trust me, even if they didn't have the forecast, they still could have done this rotate. And they make sure to not stay in edge because all the people are going to be there. They get a bit of advantage, so the next rotate is easier to make. Even though they have forecast, their positioning is perfect. In the 6th zone, they are away from all the congestion, and because they know where the 7th zone is, they do the same thing. They are a bit ahead and not in the congestion. In the 8th zone, they are only 250 above, so they wait to get search and then get a good timing to rotate. They make sure to stay in a high layer, because that allows them to rotate anywhere they want to. And because from a high layer, it's easier to get search on the teams below you. A very important thing is that they make sure to be protected when they pick. You know, Nitrous Plus memories. Now I want to point something out. Notice how, before this zone even closes, Lequi is already scouting and thinking how they will do the next rotate, which is crucial for saving mats in the endgame. In first moving, because they had a great position, they can rotate easily through high layers so no one can shoot them. Also, they get a great timing. They position themselves deep into the next zone, so they have an easier rotate. They always rotate early, which in the 10th zone allows them to easily claim low ground. If you saw here, they put themselves in second high ground. A lot of teams would chop out height and go for it, which I recommend. But from what I've heard, Lequi is afraid of height. I won't doubt his decisions though. He got second this game. In moving zones, they put themselves as deep and edge as they can, because there's only one direction you need to look, and less players that could jump into their box. Lequi is also an inside tarper, so Sorel can just look for refreshes. Now, because they didn't get a refresh before, they're scuffed and have run out of mats. They medkit play so they can get an easier refresh, getting them from a 40-point game to a 64-point game. Now they get a calm second place. Wait, let me add something. Notice how when Lequi dies, he goes into zone but near Sore, so when he fully dies, the mats go to him. Okay, maybe that was too much. Although he couldn't even get the mats. So yeah, that's basically how you get a second place in FNCS finals. Be sure to check out this video so you can play the best creative maps. I